Democrats are really pressing Beto O'Rourke to run for president in 2020. But the question is, at least for those on the left, should he? Hey everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. So Beto O'Rourke 2020, should he run for president? This is a topic that has obviously been in the news. There's been a lot of hype around Beto O'Rourke, or as I've called him on my show at times, Beto Obama, because he's been compared to Barack Obama so many times. In fact, months ago, way before the election, I was calling him the Texas Obama. I saw what a lot of people nationally are seeing in Beto O'Rourke, someone who is able to inspire people and someone who is able to, make people hopeful and to talk about change, but really have the media focus on that instead of the actual policies, which you saw a lot of here in the state of Texas. The statewide media, many of those in the statewide media, wanted to look at Beto O'Rourke as a fresh face, as someone to be hopeful about, as somebody who can inspire people, but they never really wanted to talk about all the far-left progressive policies that Beto O'Rourke actually stood for. You saw a lot of the same with Barack Obama. The national media loved the guy, loved how hopeful he was, how he inspired people. But they never really wanted to examine his record, where he stood on issues, or how far left he wanted to drag the country. Same thing with Beto O'Rourke, by the way. You have some ex-Obama folks who love Beto O'Rourke and say that he would be great at running for president. I don't know if he actually would be. Here's the deal for Beto O'Rourke, and I can see why he wants to run for president. If he has any desire at all to run for president, he probably should in 2020, because he's going to be forgotten about in 4 years if he does not run. He's going to be out of work. I guess he could run against John Cornyn, but I think John Cornyn would defeat Beto O'Rourke here in Texas. But right now, Beto O'Rourke's name ID is as high as it's going to be in the next couple of years. He might as well run for president if that's what he wants to do. Now, is he qualified to be president? Does a 3-term congressman have the chops to be in the White House? Remains to be seen. I don't really think so. I agree with Matt McKoviak, who was on my show, that you have a 3-term congressman who lost a U.S. Senate race. That doesn't really say that he needs to be in the Oval Office. Now, for Beto O'Rourke, here's one of the key problems that he is going to have. He's not a very good debater. Go back and watch Beto O'Rourke in his debates with Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, obviously a very skilled debater, somebody who is very, well practiced at debating, having gone through a presidential election. Beto O'Rourke always seemed apprehensive about going after Ted Cruz. And if he couldn't go after Ted Cruz, and Ted Cruz was actually playing pretty nice in the debates, how is he going to go up against a Kamala Harris or an Elizabeth Warren? God help us if Hillary Clinton runs again, or a Bernie Sanders. You have to be sort of an attack dog if you're going to run for president. Now, if Beto O'Rourke gets the nomination somehow and he's going up against Donald Trump, how are you going to face off against Donald Trump, who is known to throw punches when you are apprehensive to do so? I don't think Beto O'Rourke is the end-all be-all for the Democrats. I don't think he would be able to defeat Donald Trump right now. And I think that he's weak when it comes to the positions and when it comes to actually defending those positions on the debate stage. Having said that, he's probably one of the best candidates the Democrats actually have right now on the 2020 ballot, or the potential 2020 ballot. Kamala Harris, I don't think she inspires a lot of people. Cory Booker, Spartacus, I don't think so. Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, no way. Bernie Sanders, nah, I don't think so. Beto O'Rourke is probably one of the best candidates that the Democrats could actually field. And that's why, if he is thinking about running for president, you might as well do it, Beto. Your name ID is sky high right now. The Democrats love you. You might as well do it, because in 4 years, if you don't do it, I don't think they're going to be coming back to you. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO.